Welcome in, everyone. How you doing tonight? You doing good? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, 90s Craig here. I'm back. We had vacation, then we had a work trip, and now we've got your old dad coming in here with their their tooth time being first. Welcome in, Dad. Marauder, welcome in. Oh, let's see. So originally planning this stream, well, I guess I didn't plan on having this stream. This one just kind of happened. But putting together the content for this originally, I was like, I don't see any way that we're going to have a full stream's worth of content for this and be interesting and not just sitting here watching Space Ghost. Which, I mean, that's kind of essentially what we're going to be doing. But I have come up with more than enough content for a single stream. So, yeah, sit back. Tonight, we're going to keep it lighthearted. So tonight's stream is a tribute to George Lowe, the voice of Space Ghost, the pioneer of Adult Swim. I know that was kind of a group effort, but, you know, he was one of the ones. You know, we basically had George Lowe, Andy Merrill, and C. Martin Croker all, you know, kind of leading the way in the 90s with just some weird cartoons and things. So, you know, tonight's celebrity deaths don't normally affect me. I can only think of a handful that have ever, like, bummed me out at all. And this is one of them. This is one of like 3 probably. Because I can only think of 2 right now, and it's this one and Grant Imahara from BattleBots/Mythbusters. But, you know, I'm going to kick things off. I'm going to get things kicked off here. Now I apologize. This is a little more put together than what we normally do on this stream. But bear with me for a second and we'll be right back into the chaos. All right. Well, we're here to pay our respects to George Lowe. So tonight's a little bit different. You know, we're feeling that nostalgic weight in the air, and we're here to remember George Lowe. You all know him as the voice of Space Ghost, the guy that defined late night cartoon comedy for a lot of us. You know, I can still remember sitting and staying up way too late on a school night, sitting real close to the TV with the volume down real low because I didn't want to get caught. And there was Space Ghost. George's unique voice making us laugh at jokes that I probably shouldn't have understood. But he wasn't just a voice actor, he was a pioneer. He showed us that cartoons could be weird, they could be silly, and downright hilarious, all at once. George gave us permission to be silly, to laugh at the bizarre, and to just embrace those moments or attempts of comedic genius. Thinking about his work reminds me of why the 90s was such a special time for me. Everything was fresh. It was experimental. Everything was just full of potential. You know, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have, you know, all the modern conveniences. We just had a bunch of people out there trying to pioneer some cool things. And there was George, pushing boundaries and just making sure that we all had a good time. So tonight we're not saying goodbye. We're saying thank you. Thank you, George, for the late night laughs, the iconic moments, and just for being a huge part of what made the 90s so magical. Your voice is going to be woven into our memories, and we'll carry that with us the rest of our lives. Rest easy, George Lowe. We're going to keep your legacy going by laughing a little bit louder and staying up just a little bit later tonight, because that's what you taught us to do. But anyways, we've got some fun stuff tonight. We've got some stuff I didn't know existed. We've got some Space Ghost. We've got not Space Ghost. We've got news. We've got all sorts of stuff. So I hope everyone's ready for this. yeah, I hope everyone's got their snacks ready, and yeah, ready to have one for George Lowe. Let's see here. Make sure I don't blow your ear holes out here. Okay, bring that down.
How are you? Nice to see you all. So we're live, are we? Oh, we are. Well, so I should have some sort of a formal introduction, then, shouldn't I?
So this is the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie film for theaters.
The fabulous
premiere
of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force motion picture. It's, of course, Aqua Teen Hunger Force : movie film for theaters. And
so this would have been what, like 2006, 2007?
Be on the red carpet all evening long, bringing you the luminaries who make these wonderful things.
So this would have been later in his Space Ghost career.
On the fabulous Adult Swim franchise that's made everybody so damn much money. So let's get right down to the festivities.
It made money?
Our first guest, shall we? And here they are now. Oh, you can see the throngs of people lining up to see the Aqua Teen motion picture. We're really on live now. Really.
I love this.
So here we are, kids. I've got an hour.
Yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force : movie film for theaters.
To talk to, so let's start backpedaling. Let's go over here and meet Cartoon Network genius Matt Harrigan. Hi, Matt.
Oh, this is wonderful.
What a treat to have you here. And
I like that he didn't call him Space Ghost. He called him George.
So, Matt, what goes into a thing like this? I would imagine it's just an insurmountable undertaking.
Agent Jack Bauer, welcome. God, I love wasabi.
Hand wringing.
I was eating some wasabi peas earlier. They're wonderful.
And general confusion.
Okay, Matt Harrigan.
Oh, Combat King, welcome. Yeah, this is wonderful. I've got a lot of good stuff, Combat King. I've got stuff I didn't know existed. I learned things about George Lowe tonight.
By the way,
well, this week. And I will tell you, George Lowe and I have a mutual friend. I reached out to him. He actually he ran some of the like George Lowe like business stuff, but I'm surprised by some of the stuff we found. I'm excited. I'm excited to show off some of the things that I was able to uncover, and honestly, some of the folks from the Discord really came through too and uncovered some things that I didn't know existed. Yeah, I saw that, Marauder. Yeah, good job fixing it.
I feel like William Shatner tonight. I had a crew of women in the dressing room pulling as much as they could. To reel.
You met him in 2021, your old dad?
Reel my gut in.
So here's the kicker.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here's the kicker. I was supposed to meet him the next time he was in town. And there's not going to be a next time.
Yeah, I feel like I got a couple of canned hams being pressed in the back of this thing.
It's a good-looking suit. I would like a Space Ghost outfit.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Now that's getting a little more familiar than necessary, Jay. Jay, tell us about your role on our exciting Aqua Teen movie.
I was the editor and producer on Aqua Teen. I've been working on it for about 2.5 years.
What's a thing like that pay? No,
it's all about the money with you, George.
For the web.
Oh, Muttley.
For the web. Oh, for this deal. Yeah. They spent a ton on this thing, folks. It's unbelievable. The sandwiches earlier, a minimum of gristle. Very tasty.
Is that a question?
No, it's not a question. I was waiting for your sandwich comment, but that's fine. Jay Edwards, everybody. There he goes.
I'm assuming that this is off the cuff. How talented was this man?
You've already... Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're dying out here. We're sucking wind, aren't we? Matt, I believe you had some notes. This is what they do. They throw your ass out here with virtually no notes, no help at all. Stand there and watch you drown for an hour.
I wish I was this talented.
Remember that? Now it's like...
Yeah, Combat King. He was just so quick. So quick. Yeah, we're dying out here. We're sucking wind. I've been out here for an hour.
What, who do you... Oh, hi, Jay.
Want to talk about the Aqua Teen movie?
Yeah, let's talk about the Aqua Teen movie, Jay. Anything the folks at home need to know?
I wasn't going to watch this whole clip because it's 30 minutes long, but... Here we are.
There are cameos of almost every villain in the movie. Like, they're hidden in there somewhere. So almost every villain that's been in the series is in the movie somewhere. Even if they don't have a role, they're like hidden in a background, or they like fly by in a swish pan. So yeah, they're all in there. You can like play games.
Yep.
A swish pan.
Aqua Teen,
yes,
right?
That's when you go from one side of the screen to the other really quickly.
I like Aqua Teen a lot.
Used to have eyeballs.
Really, its own
I upset upper management because I pressed the eyeballs out. This lady has a very stern look here. She must be in management. How are you? Let's get a shot of her. She's probably in management would be my guess. Well, right now I'd like
Here's
to bring
someone in management. Let's point the cameras at her.
There's Keith. Matt, just any time you want to help out. Oh, Carrie Means, get over here. Get out of my
That would
dreams
be
and into
me.
my shot.
Who can I point out here?
Isn't that a scary darn thing?
Your microphone is long.
Later on, we'll be doing free exams with this, so you know if there's a polyp or a fissure or anything, we can get in there and snip it out for you.
You know, where do you get your thing done here? These things.
My thing was done by eight women from another country who were pulling and tugging, and oh my goodness.
Oh, that makes
It was
sense.
a horrible
You
thing.
look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I've been a big fan of yours.
Many congratulations.
Oh, it's Robot Chicken.
on the movie. This is a huge deal, man. This is like your first motion picture? You got a million of them, or?
It's my first motion picture, and hopefully not my last. Hello.
Notice how the management people are avoiding us at all costs.
I love this.
You know, I just want to say right now, at this point in the program, ladies and gentlemen, you could boil a ham in my pants. and if you give
He's
me
really having a good time talking about his pants.
for you. Hey, look, it's Clay Croker. Now that's Clay is Dr. Evil, yeah?
Oh,
Dr. Weird. I'm sorry.
Anomalous, welcome in. How you doing tonight? We're paying a tribute to
It's my buddy Clay
George
Croker.
Lowe tonight.
It's my buddy, Space Ghost.
That's right, Clay. So, hey, nice of you to fix up.
Well, you know, it's a premiere, red carpet and all. So, hey, it's not the Powerpuff Girls T-shirt I usually wear, but
I just would
I mean,
like to mention I'm borrowing
Powerpuff Girls are classy.
Jacker. Oh my God.
yeah. Well, I was surprised to see you in this thing again.
Yeah. Yes, so was I. About 9 o'clock tonight, if my voice is an octave higher, you'll know why.
Okay. Well, that's I'll keep that in mind.
And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you at home who are wondering, you bet it's cold. That's why Space Ghost could use some tube socks right now. So
Of course it's
if
cold.
anybody happens to be driving by the Plaza Theater in Atlanta,
What are you gonna do?
throw some tube socks out. I'd like to stuff tonight just to give Space Ghost a more.
Yeah, and so this is a pretty sad scene right here, because we are looking at 2/3 of essentially the cast of Space Ghost, coast to coast, and neither one of these individuals are with us anymore.
Masculine appearance.
Well,
Yeah, ask about the movie.
so what do you think about the movie?
Hey, it's fantastic. You're Dr. Weird, among others, yeah?
Yes, that would be me. One of the.
Now, gentlemen,
Hey, I know that guy.
This couldn't be going any better. Hey, look. Wow, now we're over here. Now we're over there. No, we're not over there. Now wait a minute, are we over there? We haven't been there. Now we're back over here.
You're making me dizzy.
oh, it's Brian and
Gonna
Stewie.
throw up.
What are they doing
Hey,
there?
there he is.
They
Let's
weren't.
get-
Well, I guess they
let's
were
get
on
Michael
Adult Swim at
Kohler
this
over
time,
here.
weren't
For
they?
God's sake, of course, many of you have used his fine bathroom products in your homes. It's Michael Kohler, world champion audio guy. So tell us what you did on the big motion picture.
In scene 3, there's a tap routine.
He probably
I'm the
did the audio.
fourth tap dancer from the left in the back row for the full 30-second shake, fry, meat wad dance piece.
You know, if I sat down on the Sunday Funnies right now, you could peel Dick Tracy off on my butt. I forgot how tight this thing was.
Yeah.
So you're still doing beautiful, beautiful audio work.
I'm trying, yeah.
And how many hours you get in on this pig? You make a
He's
lot of
really
money?
getting his mileage out of this
You charge him
suit
pretty well?
bit.
No, actually, no, but it's actually did it all for free, about 4.5 hours worth of work.
Oh my gosh, that's uncanny.
Yeah, well, it was a busy day.
Yeah. It's a day.
Oh,
Nice.
it's Brack.
Wow. And looking.
Is it
very
really gonna be
proper.
Andy?
Hello, Nedward.
How are you?
Oh, never better, Ned. In fact, you could say this is my dream gig.
Mine too.
Squeezing my.
Yeah,
fat
he really got
little
into character. Welcome in, Optimus.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You kids will appreciate this.
What am I supposed to say now?
I don't know. Tell us about what you did on.
What'd
the
he
big
say?
movie.
Nothing.
No, I don't believe that. Dave Willis.
I'm
and
doing good,
Matt
Optimus.
Morrow would be lost without your skills.
Have you heard the term cutting room floor?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have a nude scene?
I'm all over the DVD. You know, the extras.
Oh, I see Harvey Birdman back there too.
Yeah,
What the
thanks
heck
a
is that
lot.
thing?
Thanks a lot for being with us on the big show. Listen, it's always a pleasure. Hold on a minute. Now I'm gonna get out of the way. Let's just sit here a moment and get to know each other better.
It has a butt.
Matt, the lovely Mrs. Willis has arrived. And how long did you kids date before you closed escrow?
You know what that is? What is it, Arlem?
21 years anyway.
Oh my!
Are we
and
watching
with
Netflix
this beer,
Daredevil?
your
It's
father-
from Perfect Hair Forever, the show. I'm not familiar with that one.
Keep track of-
How you doing tonight, Arlem?
It's like being at a bad wedding.
Or
Nobody tells
Arium,
you who the hell you're talking
as I've heard recently.
And here's Aunt Moline.
It's a mockery of anime.
Philadelphia.
Got
You
it.
know, she once did it with Cab Calloway. Matt's over here going, oh, George don't need no notes. Put him out there and watch the fun. So you must be very proud.
Oh, I am. I'm very proud.
Did you ask him how many points he got on the gross?
Is that the grandma from Squidbillies? In real life?
Yeah. If you see any kind of a show this year, be sure you go to see this one.
I'm sorry?
It's good for 7 to 90.
For ages 7 to 70.
Is this just pathetic?
You started watching Space Ghost on Max when it first started and they took it off? Yeah, it's not on there anymore, but it's available.
The moron is standing here line reading his mother. Mom, that was really good. Give me one more. Lean on the 7 to 70 part.
Again, I wasn't going to watch this whole thing, but this is too good.
Now we're going to do a couple of wilds, as we call it in the world of voiceovers. We're going to do a couple of wilds with Dave's mom. Now say, I've never been more repulsed in my life. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, what do I know?
Say that.
All right.
And I'm
let's
excited
get,
for some of the stuff
Dave
that we have coming up here in a little
Willis
bit.
Here we go. Look, it's our friend Dave Willis.
All right. How are you?
Dave, you old genius, you. Look at you with that big juicy brain of yours. My God, look what you've done. You've given.
Did my grandmother do the
Adult Swim did a 30th anniversary live stream of Space Ghost. They're doing one right now on their YouTube. Optimus Power, just pure
do
Space
lip
Ghost.
and do that lip thing. Just take the head and put the lip thing.
You're getting how many Yorlocks for this? Say it isn't Joe.
It's
Welcome
funny
in.
Time, is it? All right. Don't ruin my podcast.
ruin that.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot he pretty much ran the Adult Swim
Don't
podcast
ruin
for a
my-
while.
A little fast. Don't ruin my podcast.
Let's do it with a little
Enough
more
to keep the
anger.
generator on a little longer, baby. Yeah.
But you're mad at Zorak.
R.I.P.
but you're
George
not,
Lowe.
like, irritated.
I miss him already.
Don't ruin my podcast.
All right. Well, let's get to safety. That was great.
Should I do it slower? Don't ruin my podcast.
Right.
Faster. Don't ruin my podcast. Hey. Hello, young man. Thank you, Matt, for the warning. The greatest animators in America. Boys, introduce yourselves.
They are pretty great.
Todd.
Joshua Mullinax.
Joshua, what's? I guess everyone in America wants to know right now. What's the deal with that hair?
It's blue.
You like drop your wallet or something in the airport toilet? So tell us about the big motion picture. What all was your role in this pig? I keep calling it a pig. It's a wonderful movie.
My role was I was CIA agent number 1, and I also animated it.
You animated.
Do you think kids today
CIA agent number 1
appreciate Space Ghost the way that we did?
But animating it, they would have been out on their asses without you.
That's true.
Does George Lowe sound like Art Bell from Coast to Coast? A little bit.
Can't tell who the
A little
vagrants
bit.
are and who our audience is. Where do the vagrants begin and our
I can
audience
see it.
ends? Can you figure it out? Now tell us about your piece of this deal.
I'm the animation coordinator and also one of the compositors, so I was the one that took all the 2D art and put it on the background.
That is wild
Now,
hair.
correct me if I'm wrong. Virtually no computers used in this motion picture at all. Every scene drawn by hand.
It's all rotoscoping. Yeah, we all rotoscope. That's a process.
No way.
That rotoscope. I'm turning 50 this year. I've got to have the rotoscope coming up this summer. I'm not looking forward to it.
I just gotta say, I don't know how it is you're alive. I've animated you dying.
Oh my.
So many times, hands getting cut off. I mean, just time and time. How is it that you
Poor
have come
Space
back
Ghost.
so many times?
I like the guy just getting pictures in the background, pointing straight at the camera.
Hold for joke. Wait for audience reaction. Move on to the next thing. Hey, Meatwad's here. Look at this thing, boys. Boys, thank you. Many congratulations.
Yeah, I get it,
Thank you for
Optimus.
being with us
You
on
had
the
to have
big web
cable.
deal. What are we doing now, Matt? I gotta tell you, I felt really important when I showed up tonight because one of the greatest writers in America, Matt Harrigan, who's worked for everybody in entertainment, a great mind.
Oh, it's Meatwad.
Matt Harrigan's going to be your point man tonight.
Look, he's adorable.
Getting it done. Here's Matt so far tonight. Let me show you.
God,
This
I
is
love
Matt.
Meatwad.
Thank you, Matt. All right, well, who's next, Matt? How they hanging, Phil?
I see the milkshake. I see Frylock.
Ooh, well, that's your cold weather for you. So tell us about your role in the.
I wonder if those suits still exist somewhere. Like, can I get the
Thank you
Meatwad
so much
costume?
for stopping by, and look at the excitement behind you. It's almost as if the Majestic Diner's menu has come to life. Ooh, look, here's Norman Lear. No, Lear, just Lear.
The
Lear,
Martians.
What?
Bunda. Greetings. Space
Lear
Ghost.
Bunda.
Yes.
Lear, what kind of a name is that?
It is a bohemian name. I'm bohemian.
You are Bohemian.
Indeed, I am.
Does that mean you
I wonder if
wear
he's a
beret
Bohemian
and
Rhapsody.
Speak of the push-pull in art?
At times. Fair enough. It's actually Hungarian for overcoat.
Hail the editors. Hail the technical brains. God bless you and all you do for broadcast.
Oh, hail.
Thank you so much, Space Ghost. Always.
And enjoy your trip.
Enignat and Yeah, the Mooninites. That's it. Dang it.
Composer par excellence. Hi,
Yeah, you gotta
Ed.
keep an eye on them. Remember whenever they had the Moonanite
American-
like light up things that they put around like big cities to promote the movie, and it created like a national crisis because they thought it was like a terrorist act. You know, far too much about Aqua Teen. I've watched a lot of Aqua Teen. Say it isn't, Joe. I think my favorite episode is Happy Birthday Snake. Whenever Master Shake got Meatwad the bunny for his birthday, and then Meatwad got ate by the snake, and then got drunk inside the snake. God, it's so funny.
Dream, buddy.
That's it. That's cool.
You and I did some jingles a while back, but
The early episodes were very good, Arlen. The later ones, not so good.
Something about a colon.
Yeah, treat
BillyWitchDoctor.com.
your best friend. Bum, 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 bum. Eat your fiber in your brain.
Right.
What was it?
Picking a favorite episodes, like picking a favorite kid. I mean, everyone's got one, right?
And sigmoid flexure. And
surely you're gonna feel grand.
Yeah, that was the colon song. I hope you all enjoy it. Hi, what's your
Toilet
name?
Punisher, welcome.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
Hello from Belize. Yeah, my trip went well. Yeah, I enjoyed
about to watch it.
Florida. I enjoyed Indiana mostly, other than the cold part. Is that Justin Bieber?
We'd all be living under the overpass. God bless the fans. What do you do?
I go to
How are you doing,
school.
Toilet Punisher?
You want a contest or something to be here?
Oh,
The
actually.
humor was not for you. You prefer Robot Chicken?
Oh, yeah.
So I know you're.
Early Aqua Teen's very good, Optimus. Later Aqua Teen, I get it, but early Aqua Teen, come on. Oh, it's Dana Snyder.
Hi, Dana.
Nice to meet you. A pleasure.
I hung out with him a couple of months ago.
I want to know what you're most looking
Full of rum and coconuts. God, I love rum
As I'm dubbing it
and coconuts.
the Hollywood blockbuster. This should not be referred to as a film or a motion picture. Only Hollywood blockbuster.
Hawk of Doom, welcome.
We are in Atlanta. 'Cause for Atlanta,
Is there a question in there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm alive.
What are you looking for?
Unlike George Lowe.
Hey, over here. Come on.
We've lost hydraulics,
Yeah, they
ladies.
put the rum in the
I'll lose your
coconut.
hydraulics. What are you most looking forward to in this film? Turn it back around. For God's sake.
It has a mind of its own.
It's called marketing. Right here.
Yeah, I don't. Robot Chicken humor is not really for me, to be honest.
Looking forward to that and just the entire film.
Space Ghost voice actor, yeah, George Lowe. Yeah, George Lowe passed away this week. Hawk of Doom.
Who are you looking at? The camera's over here.
I know where the camera is. What are you wearing? One of James Rosenquist's paper suits from the 60s? What the hell is the Matlock collection? Very nice.
I think I've got a bottle of rum around here somewhere.
What am I wearing? I'm wearing 3 layers of ass-squinching pleasure.
We're having a conversation very quickly. I'll tell
Yes,
you something
R.I.P.
right now.
If you see a guy that looks like Bill Bixby later in a Buick, get the hell over.
I like this guy's Meatwad medallion. I need one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, now he can be the real Space Ghost. That's right. That's right. He's going to come back. We'll see him again.
Frightened. Look at him. He's shaking, for God's sake. What's the matter with you?
I'm helping you. We're going to buy you popcorn in there. Gonna be rock and roll.
Early Robot Chicken was good.
Okay,
Like,
well, thank you.
really early.
Very nice to see you.
I feel like it got old really quick. Like, at first, it was really fun. But I like Seth Green. But after, it was so repetitive.
Next on
There's the Moonanites.
Cavalcade of fun. Hey, let's call it that, the Cavalcade of Fun. Tim and Eric, hi. Hi, Tim.
Oh, it's Tim and Eric.
Well, by the process of elimination, I'd figured that out. But now, Tim, tell us what you and Eric did on the movie.
We just kind of let them do it. We gave them permission to go ahead with it.
Well, that's a fascinating and
Oh,
colorful
cool.
story. Now, let's meet Eric.
Hey, how are you? I did.
Eric's a big one, so you notice I won't be screwing around quite as much with him.
I hope so.
What are you, about 6'7"?
6'7", you got it.
Why, do I win something?
No, we're on a slant.
Yeah.
God, he's so funny.
Look at the fun going on behind
You're more
you.
into
This is
Bleach and other animes. I was there. I never could get into anime. I feel like I want to.
Remember the evil genius?
I just can't get into anime.
Always had James West tied up in a bunker somewhere. So you guys didn't do anything with the movie. The network is wisely selected to shoot other things at this point because they know after 1 hour of no help from Harrigan. All right.
Oh, you meatball.
Who's next on the cavalcade? Oh, Matt.
The Cavalcade of Fun.
2 expert editors. Hi, I'm George.
Tom.
I'm Space Ghost. Whoops. I blew that. And your
Fun
name?
fact, you heard George Lowe's voice in the 2000 Grinch PS1 game as the narrator. Was it the PS1 game or the Dreamcast game, or is it the same game?
No.
I think it's the same game. But you're right. You're right. He was uncredited for that.
That's great.
Inuyasha was good.
Ended up on a whole separate episode, but there's many on the DVD as well.
Same game. Got
I
it.
shouldn't have had corned beef before I did this.
God, I love corned beef.
We're going on to a separate snuff film that we're putting out. It's already
Cartoon Network's getting into snuff films, are they?
It's already in the black market in Thailand. Yeah, you can find it on eBay.
The Game Boy Color Grinch game was way different.
Any secret message?
Well, we might listen to those
watching for? Oh,
narrated lines here in a
he
little
has a
bit,
deformed
Optimus.
hand. Oh, that's just terrible. That's what happens when
Oh,
you
get your fingers out of his mouth.
Spank the turkey too much.
Shake, you don't know where those fingers have been.
That was the name of the film.
I thought it was a movie about how to cut that out of your.
Yeah, I liked Harvey Birdman. Harvey Birdman was good.
No, just your typical, worship Satan and,
And these are the top guy. Yeah, thank you. No
Yeah,
kidding.
worship
All right,
Satan.
boys, thank you very much, Ted. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, hail Satan.
Nice of you to fix up. Thank you. That's a good look for you. Well, here's all the magic of the red carpet. How much time now before the big premiere? Right. How much time now before the big premiere? We're trying to keep the kids informed. 12 big minutes.
Yeah, 12 more minutes.
You know, they said they cleaned this before. Hey!
There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the youthful and vivacious Seth Green. Thank you for employing.
We were just talking about this guy.
Hey, Mr. Space Ghost, you know Mr. Matthew Sunrise?
Of course I do. And Keith Crawford is here.
Hello, Space Ghost.
Keith and I spent a night.
Yeah, Adult Swim had some
We
weird
were
stuff
in
too.
Bangkok in the drunk tank.
You guys remember Assy McGee? Yeah, I mean he's a height challenged individual. Yeah, Seth Green's not a.
Let me tell you something.
He's not a 6'2" Neanderthal or anything.
I've heard that, yeah.
So I had to wear my own shoes to get in the damn thing.
Oh, yeah? Is that
And trust me, we're packing a lot of sausage in this casing, so what can I tell you? This thing, it's shriveled up though right now. I'm freezing out here.
Oh yeah, it is definitely cold.
God evil.
Let's say the turtle has gone back to the secret cave.
That sounds like
Well,
personally.
you know, it's all Dr. Evil wanted.
Formerly
Just someone to follow in his footsteps.
Isn't it crazy? But we all
Scotty knew.
Of course, your volumes and volumes of wonderful work, and we all know me because I'm living under the overpass now, doing whatever for cheese.
You really
God, I love cheese.
Not like the cool.
It's good cheese. Camembert, Gouda.
Oh, okay.
Something nuts.
Stuff, yeah.
Hold on, pardon us, won't you?
Scott, you just don't get it.
I don't want to keep talking. Are you kidding? I'm at 50 minutes already. I'm about to give birth to us. I'm about to start squeezing out shellfish if I don't stop talking.
I like he started the joke a couple of times, and you could just see the gears turning. He was trying to get there.
In the show here tonight, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yep. I would stay and see it, but I'm having a physical first thing in the morning. They're drawing labs early, so yeah. And I'm turning 50, as I mentioned earlier, so you know what that means.
I know.
Yeah, pretty soon they'll be snaking out Daddy's drain.
You're looking good there. You're looking
Yeah. I wanted to get a roll of tube socks just so the chicks would be impressed. Oh, it's fresh.
I understand,
Fresh
George.
as a daisy. As opposed to the genius who was working here years ago who just dumped a bunch of all temperature whatever in the wash and it came back blue. I was looking good.
Very nice.
You're the only person in America I would put this damn suit on for.
Thank you, sir.
You can tell he's uncomfortable. Not Space Ghost, the other
Aren't
guy.
you sweet? Keith Crawford. We go way back. All right. Nice to see you. All right. Well, that's right now. It's time to pause for a message about beauty and better skin care. No commercials. Oh, well. hey,
I love that. No commercials.
Nice to see you.
Who's
Is
this
that
guy?
for Shawl? Wow. And the suit. Holy cow.
So what did you do to convince you to get into this thing?
Oh, they pay.
Finally.
You know how it works. Yeah, they gave me money.
Totally.
And
I like
can't
that.
I'm about 4 years away from not being able to get my ass in this thing ever again. So if they ever do another
This whole thing has been about how much money can Space Ghost make at this event.
Let's get a shot of this crew member right here. He's not having a damn bit of fun. So Vishal, what do you do at the network?
I'm actually line producer on the movie.
Line producer. Well, that's why you're dressed like Sanjaya tonight. You look great. You look fabulous. Who do you think's going
He
to get
does
knocked
look
off the
fabulous.
show next?
What show?
Idle. Play along. All right. Vishal Roney, everybody. There he goes. Thanks for being with us. Thank you. Hey, look, how are you? Oh, no. Oh, dear me. Oh, Matt Malone
What are those?
arrived.
Is that a
Hello.
meatwad candy?
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hello. You want to go for a ride with Daddy in the Buick?
That popcorn looks good.
So Matt Malero, wow. So I see George Strait had that garage sale.
Good one, Space Ghost.
I don't get that at all.
George.
No, it was good.
Being, never mind.
And Dwight Yoakam, actually. We got these at Dwight Yoakam's garage sale.
See, that's what they do at the network. You make the joke, then you change the name, you custom cater it, and then you X out the person who said it.
We bought these from Dwight Yoakam, and then we had them tailored to make them to fit the muscle.
So now tell us, you must be pleased as
Man.
punch. The lovely Dave Willis.
Are those like
he was
like
not
the
happy.
burnt peanuts?
And then he brought out his
Or
grandmother
what do they call them?
and
Boston
made the
baked
poor thing
beans?
read promos. And now you've got your wife shilling for you.
Yeah.
This is very much how it was when you saw Ma's jokes whenever everyone's heads. It feels like he's just trying a lot of stuff, your old dad. It's like he knows they're not all going to hit, and he's just like just one after another. I love it.
Have to pay you a fortune, and it just.
I love the confidence.
And you're squeezing much too hard because I'm way too old for that. Nice to see you. I hope you do great. How about Seth Green being here, huh?
Yeah, I love it. Where is he?
He's already gone and he's buying jujubes for everybody in the theater. It's unbelievable. Matt Malero, the lovely Mrs. Malero. Many thanks.
I like how like half the people are in love with Space Ghost, and the other half are annoyed with Space Ghost.
Keep your bathroom bowl smelling
Possibly with a couple of drinks in him.
with Happy Bowl.
Well, I mean, I just assumed that, right?
No commercial again? Wait a minute. I'm going to go ahead and pretend we're back from commercial. Hey, look who's here now. Why, it's our... You couldn't seem more thrilled. I haven't seen you in 5 years. That's my greeting.
Yeah, you met him the next day. He was a treat and a fortune. His stories were pretty lewd. He told 3 lewd stories in Orlando when you saw him and left in 15 minutes. So there you go.
I haven't seen the movie yet, so
You haven't, but you're in it.
I'm in it.
You play a number of parts. Vital to the development of the plot, which
Do-
otherwise, having not had your
Do you think the lewd stories were true stories or hammed up for the character?
of the product.
What the hell?
Where's the lovely Mrs. Merrill?
100% true. I love it. I love it.
And can you blame her?
Considering he'll take your locks for a sketch in an HJ, you could see it.
So now
I
tell us about the
understand.
characters you play.
I'm Oglethorpe. I'm the spiky guy with the German accent.
That's fantastic. Anything else in the works that we should be on the look for?
No.
Andy Merrill. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you guys. Introduce
Well,
yourselves.
Andy Merrill's still
Not
around.
helping a bit.
We're Nashville Pussy.
He's my neighbor.
Yes, and we're honored to have a song in this movie.
I'm also in Nashville Pussy and honored.
Well, hell.
Yeah, we're going to protect Andy Merrill
Usually they have audio
at all
people.
costs
Again,
for the next
you
couple of
kids at
years.
home,
He's the only one of
imagine that there's
the
somebody with a boom
three
above
main
us
folks
doing
from
the
Space
audio
Coast
run.
left.
I apologize in advance for any audio we're missing.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Told a story about how there were supposed to be Space Coast toys and Hardy's Kids meals, and hit a line was wild. It went over everyone's head except for you and the other guy. I love it.
Well, Nashville Pussy, a delight. Lovely to have you. Thank you for being with us. Enjoy the film. This is Army Orchard in hell. Here's a guy.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Dad. That was pretty good.
And your name, sir?
You just spit out your drink. Let's watch it again.
Mike,
Let's watch it again. I don't want. I want to make sure no one missed that.
Andy Merrill. Hey.
I like
how
that
are
little
you?
laugh.
Nice to see you guys. Introduce yourselves.
One Universal
Matt's
Guard,
not
welcome.
Helping a bit.
We're Nashville Pussy.
Yes, and we're honored to have a song in this movie.
I'm also in Nashville Pussy and
In memory of everyone. How you remember Space Ghost like talk show? Oh God, I love Space Ghost.
Usually they have audio people. Again, you kids at home, imagine that there's somebody with a boom above us doing the audio run. I apologize in advance for any audio we're missing.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
We're not saying anything.
Yeah.
This is a scatter pattern. Well, Nashville Pussy, a delight. Lovely to have you. Thank you for being with us. Enjoy the film. This is Army Orchard in hell.
I love it.
Here's a guy who actually has a date. And your name, sir?
It's Mike Schatz.
It's the lovely Mike Schatz. Mike, did you did a chunk of this, did you?
I did. I was Emery.
Emery.
I play a Plutonian named Emery.
That's not those things that
Yes,
that,
Plutonian.
shoot the birds.
Yeah. Just hearing Space Ghost say it, your old dad, is what's funny about it.
There you go. I'm all mixed up. So Mike, now it's all cartoon work for you. Are you doing other things as well?
I work in an advertising agency during the day.
Cartoons at night, advertising during the day. Got it.
By night, Hollywood luminary.
Right.
Well, I hope you enjoy the big motion picture. It's lovely to see you. Say hey to the kids. Any messages out there for the youngsters?
I just want to tell the kids it was a privilege to put on some weight for this movie.
Oh,
Yeah, he's just living the dream.
Well, there
Yeah,
we
living
are.
your dream, Joe.
Thank you, Mike. So now what? That's it. Well,
Now cut to
this
commercial.
has really been professionally done. First off, I want to thank the crew, because if you don't thank the
Wouldn't it
crew,
be awesome,
you get
Joe?
the worst damn
I would
shots
love to do
possible.
this.
So I want to thank.
I'm not saying I could do it,
and the boys,
but I would love to do it.
Kevin, Minky, Earl, Senor Pepito, and all the gang here. Milt Foonman on the audio console. Every time makes me sound like $1 million. And of course, there you go.
Okay.
The shoes, and you know, ladies and gentlemen, without you, we'd all be living under the overpass. So God bless. Drive safely. Thanks for being with us here on the big Internet Excito thing. And now we turn it over to our local stations for your weather.
Yeah, over to the local stations for the weather. We're going to pause it there. So that was the long video of the evening. I've got a couple more lengthy videos like that, but we've got a lot of other stuff to get to. I wasn't going to watch that whole thing, but I got sucked in. You wouldn't want to do it until you were doing it. Yeah, I get what you mean, Dad, because like leading up to it, I imagine the stress and the anxiety is pretty big. And then once you get in the moment, it's like, oh man, I love this. Yeah, I get what you're laying down there. Let's see here. We're going to watch some promos. We're going to watch some just random Space Ghost stuff. Yeah, let's roll with that. First news, Space Ghost of an ad for Cartoon Network on the Swan Princess VHS. I didn't even know that they advertised on VHS tapes.
People like me, we're targets. Every morning it's, okay, who wants to sue me today?
Verbal green lights were made. Sheriff, what we have is a breach of contract. Breach of contract.
People who used to defend me now only want to defame me.
He had no reason. That monkey never hurt anybody.
They say fame
Well,
is a price.
why would they sue Space Ghost?
Well, it sure ain't no blue light special.
Oh, I love it. Poor Space Ghost. Just sitting at home, alone, enjoying a whiskey. Down on the farm.
And somebody will be cueing me at some point. Okay, starting at 1 again.
Oh, the mini horse.
Whoa, Kenneth. What was I going to say? Okay. I feel at home on this range. Hold on, Kenneth. We'll camp here for the night.
The horse must be named Kenneth.
Go on, you doggies. Go on to Texas. I'll meet you there.
I bet this was a fun... Well, I bet this was a fun set to work on, unless you were the person, like, responsible for actually making sure stuff got done. Because I imagine that would be a nightmare. But actually, you know, working and being part of it, I bet was a blast. It's interesting how they took Space Ghost from an obscure show of Hanna-Barbera and made an iconic character. I know, right? Isn't it wild?
Am I steering her correctly? Come on. Yeah, it's your girl. That's your girl. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, you know, no, we're going to go this way, okay? Nothing to worry about. Hey, where are all the victuals? Whoops. Hey, where are all the victuals? Because I'm a
like
hungry
victuals.
Western man, and I sure need me some hungry Western food. Smells like outlaw country.
Is that a cat in the background?
Come here. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's a girl. Yeah, enjoy.
Oh, wait, what's he doing with the gun?
Okay.
Space Ghost, put the gun away.
Move them out. Move them out. Head them up. Move them out. Move them out. Head them up. Head them up. Move them out.
Rawhide.
Head them up. Head them up. Move them out. 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 Would you like another
He's
one?
living his best life.
My pleasure. With the hat on. Let's camp for the night here, Kenneth. We'll make El Paso by sunup.
Yeah, seriously, Space Ghost, put the gun away. You don't need to shoot
Come on,
Kenneth.
sweetheart. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on.
I don't think that little horse wants to follow Space Ghost.
Oh, I'd love to do another one, Dave. Nothing would please me more. Go on, you little doggies. Go on to Texas.
Yeah, head him up. Move him out.
I'm the horse in the script. What do you want from me, blood? Go on, you doggies. Here, I'll do it this way. Go on, you doggies. Go on to Texas. I'll meet up with you later as soon as I...
Yeah, go on, get.
A few things. Man, I'd have $1 for every time I've stepped in crap today. I could retire.
Been a lot of crap, huh, Space Ghost?
Ow, boy, do my feet hurt.
I wonder, asking for a friend.
Hey, boy, my
You think
hat's
you could
hanging
get
up
a
here.
Space Ghost costume like this? Do you think like I could just buy one?
Go on, you dog.
Or do I have to like
We're going on to
rent it?
Montana, and then El Paso, and then maybe to Oregon. And if you're good, we'll go to Disney World. Out here on the prairie. Whoa, easy, girl. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on.
Oh no.
Man.
Not a sombrero.
Sucking. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's
No,
going
Space
so
Ghost,
well.
don't do it.
It's going so well. I'm just gonna.
I told you to put the gun away.
Will you bear with me? Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, you want me to spin it too? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. My apologies. This sucks out loud. This sucks out loud.
I like that he apologizes to the horse. Like that was the one thing that he was concerned about, as he bumped the horse with the rope.
There.
Okay, now we have Space Ghost on Donnie and Marie. I didn't know this was a thing.
Okay, everyone, this next guest is the ultimate superhero.
That's right.
This guy hosts his own talk show, and even when he's upset, he's animated. That was a
Animated.
joke.
Get it?
Okay. He's the star of Space Ghost.
You're not funny, Donnie.
And it's on the Cartoon Network, the one, the only, Space Ghost! Oh, there he is.
Very good.
Oh, okay, he's in cartoon form.
Hello,
Greetings, Osmonds and television viewers of Earth. I come in peace from the ghost planet. But do not be alarmed. I will not attack you. Now, bring forth the questions. Let the interview process begin.
All right.
Hey, first,
Interview.
thank you so much
Do it.
for coming to Earth.
Yeah.
What are your superpowers?
Well, I can fly, shoot rays, turn invisible.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Of course, my most impressive power is my super singing, which I use to great extent on my new CD, Space Ghost Surf and Turf, available on Rhino Records at Quality Music Stores.
That's a good album. That's a good album.
Invisibility come in handy in crime fighting?
Actually, I don't use it much for the crime fighting.
Okay. When was the last time you were invisible?
Utah. More questions, please.
What's the best use you made of your invisible powers?
Well, I guess I can reveal this now. Donnie.
Yeah.
You remember last year when you were experiencing those excruciating back pains?
Yes.
Lower back
Oh, I
brain.
remember that, yeah.
How'd you know about that?
That was me riding you piggyback. Get up, little Osmond. Those were the days.
Okay, hey, a little advice for us now. I mean, you've been doing this now for 4 years. So
It's 5 years, Donnie.
Oh, I'm
Get your
sorry.
facts straight. That
5
would be
years.
my first bit of advice to you.
Okay, actually, that's good advice.
That is good advice.
Get the facts straight.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even think Space Ghost can
If you
save
feel
this
the
show.
guest gaining the upper hand, take them down a notch by dredging up something dark from their past. They'll respect you for it.
Okay. Now, who's been your favorite interview?
Not you, Donnie.
I agree with that, Space Ghost.
As to all the other interviews I've done over the years, I really don't remember them.
You don't remember them?
Nope.
You mean, you seriously, you really don't remember any of them?
You trying to provoke me?
No, we're not trying to provoke you.
No. What do you do in your spare time?
I like to use my spare time eating spare ribs.
That's good use of spare time.
Go on.
You're very handsome, Space Ghost. Are you married?
Yes, I'm married to a
Of course he
little
is.
lady named Liberty.
Statue?
Not the statue.
Oh.
That statue's huge. Now, continue with your line of questioning.
Okay, here's one for you. Do you ever take your mask off?
Do
Of course not.
I don't wear a
But
mask.
you should, because you're not especially handsome, are you, my friend?
Imagine if Space Ghost were a VTuber.
Okay.
Next question, please.
Okay. Now, we were wondering, are you comfortable wearing spandex all the time?
Used to remember when talk shows had hosts like the Osmonds? Yeah. I mean, I remember when talk shows had a host like Jerry Springer. That was pretty cool.
And contract at my leisure.
It's like having bicycle shorts all over your body.
Do you hang out with any other superheroes?
Do the Bee Gees count? If they do, then yes, I certainly do.
Hey, you made a comeback after 30 years. You look great. What's your secret?
Lotion, Marie. Gobs and gobs of it. Now,
Okay, lotion. Got it.
next?
Well, actually, I think we're going to sing a song together with you. They did tell you about that, right? Something.
Yes.
Okay.
A song from my new CD, Space Ghost Surf and Turf, which is available
That makes
on
sense.
Rhino Records at Rhino music stores.
Remember Donnie and Marie interviewed Angelica from the Rugrats? I never watched Donnie and Marie, Optimus. They just weren't my thing.
Okay, we'll join you.
All right.
Here we go.
I like bananas because they have no bones. Macaulay Culkin starred in Home Alone.
He married young.
If your dog has tartar, go get him some of those little doggy bones.
That doggy brat.
If you got something rhymes with bones. For $8, call us.
That was a good rhyme, Space Ghost.
Just phone home. If you're going deaf, the doctor makes you.
Your mom did used to watch it with her. I could see that. This seems like something that a mom would watch.
Trailer park in Rome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Motor home.
If you eat some uncooked pork, you'll sit around and moan.
Eat.
Yeah. Something that rhymes with bones. Yeah.
I love that. Do. Something that rhymes with bones. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my gosh, everyone gets a CD. God, I'd love that CD. Okay, before this next clip plays, this next clip actually isn't Space Ghost. This is actually this is George Lowe pre-Space Ghost. So I just wanted to set the stage a little bit before we went on to the next one. We'll be back to Space Ghost soon enough.
Daryl Hall, without that little pencil-head pal is, for once, 29 after the hour. Oof, 6:29. Listen, I'll tell you something, just between us, pal to pal here, Friday's the day. That's when my body says, now see, here goes this thing again. I've had it with this equipment. I hope it looks okay.
What is this, like 20-year-old Space Ghost?
Friday is the day when my body just says, hell with it.
Me too, Space Ghost.
My body just basically shuts down. It says, can't cope with it, can't hang with it anymore. Spoke with Dan Hogan yesterday, a nice guy. I wonder if Dan is up already and has his rabbit ears on. I doubt that, but...
What do you call an amateur circumcision? A rip-off glove. That sounds terrible.
Chief, and a fine human being. In fact, I think I have Dan's
How you doing
card
tonight,
right
glove?
here. Yes, the news chief. It's over in Winter Haven, and you'll have to be watching for a special column coming up soon. We held a seance here yesterday, and Dan and I had bizarre experiences. We conjured up the images of our favorite dead Hollywood starlets. It was a bizarre afternoon. We have got the keenest of days programmed here. Isn't that right, Rick? That's right. Yeah.
And now we're watching a news article about him. Or watching a news article. We're watching a news story. A news story. This is on Fox 13. Wherever that's at. Let's turn the music down here. You guys ready? I think you're ready. You're ready for this, right?
You don't have to be an art collector these days to appreciate artwork. That's why folk art is rising in popularity. And that's what
Folk
Fox
art, you say?
A Lakeland man who makes a living with his voice, but has an eye for handcrafted...
Lakeland, so this will be Florida.
This is where I reveal my dork side, but, you know, I get excited.
Oh.
It's not the way we're used to seeing George Lowe or hearing him.
The old lickin' strip swell.
Lived and worked most of his life in Florida. Even though they recorded Space Ghost in Georgia. Space Ghost in Georgia.
Speaking for him. On the walls and in the halls of St. Pete's Museum of Fine Arts.
This is pretty cool.
Time spent on art. Every night we're watching you on the TV talk about, you know, the various crack labs now with drive-throughs.
Yeah, Georgia's big for entertainment.
Something else, and that's what's so great about museums.
Over the years, he's collected folk art from the hugely popular Howard Finster to artists like Charlie Lucas, who made a living in his garage.
Just would take all these cast-off.
I wonder what's going to happen to his collection.
People saw nothing beautiful in, and he would turn them into these wonderful people and animals.
That's really cool.
And stories about his life.
And as it is with so many of these other pieces, it's not so much about the finished product that's attractive to so many people as it is about what went into making it. This, for example, was carved with a chainsaw.
Archie Byron,
Cool,
another
cool.
one he created by mixing sawdust with dirt and carved with a
I never would have thought that George Lowe
Jim Sudeth didn't like
was an
paint.
art
He
collector.
mixed Coca-Cola with dirt.
Here's a blob of it right down here.
Coca-Cola and dirt?
Old blob of Georgia mud right there.
And George is so passionate about them all, he can't resist an occasional touch. A museum no-no.
That's all I need is to get tackled by security in the middle of the story. I swear it's mine.
Folk art is art from real people, not trained artists. They're crafters, mill workers, everyday people inspired to create. And many have inspired George to do the same, but...
My drawings are kind of like aerial maps. You know, you knew it wouldn't be right.
I think that I like the idea of folk art more than
But his collection
like
is
art,
impressive, now numbering well over 600 pieces. And if just one
Jeez.
of them moves or inspires one of us while on display, it's all worth it for him.
How about that? You know, time is running out.
That was pretty
The
cool.
folk art collection will be at the St. Pete Museum of Fine Art. It's there right now until July 8th. So get down to downtown St. Pete.
we still got a couple more
You may know our guest tonight is the voice of Space
news
Ghost on
segments.
Cartoon Network, or a host of other voices, namely Howard Shapiro's right here on Fox 13. George Lowe is back on the lighting room.
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you,
Nice
Matt.
to see
How
you,
are
one and
things?
all.
How are things?
Oh, things are swell.
You know, just
I'm living a dream.
George Lowe just hanging out on the news.
Just hear
Are you
voices.
kidding?
A little from column A and a little from column B.
Between John Wilson and Howard
John Wilson.
Howard Shapiro, of course, which means I should be talking like this. The weather's going to be fantastic. I saw a pony shape in the Doppler, Paul. Does that mean the apocalypse?
Saturday Night Live's Jimmy Fallon. You know Jimmy. He gets Conan O'Brien's seat as Conan leaves to replace
Not literally.
Jay
You
Leno.
mean the gig?
Well, yeah, quite.
Not Conan's seat.
No, not quite.
So are these guys just talking about like pop culture stuff?
How do we think Jimmy's going to do? I mean,
I think you'd get a funnier monologue out of Wilford Brimley. If you're diabetic and need help, Wilford Brimley could go in and kill for 8 minutes. Stephen Hawking would be more entertaining.
Look at Jay Leno. Everybody likes Jay Leno. One of the
Everybody
nicest
loves
guys
him.
in the business,
Nicest
but
guy.
he's not been that funny. No. So the reality is, once Conan...
I like that they're just giving Jimmy Fallon crap.
Is it really about the monologues?
That's good.
anymore, though?
It should be. It should be about that. It's a craft. It should be. You know, they could get Stephen Hawking in there. And
His literal job description, vamp while we talk about the news. I love it.
His first six, just to see that first 6 minutes.
I've always been a Letterman guy, and I think Jimmy Kimmel actually is a guy who's underappreciated. Some of his recent video.
Yeah, Letterman, Kimmel.
Just outstanding. He needs to be pushed up to an 11:30 slot.
And have maybe the network handcuffs.
I like how they're analyzing this like it's sports. I enjoy this.
Craig Ferguson, don't forget Craig, because he shoots completely. There's no net, no prompter, no nothing. The guy goes every night, 15, 20 minutes from the hip.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And your contract's up, so you're available, right?
I am available.
Yeah, no to which one? Craig Ferguson? Craig Ferguson is pretty good.
Southwest Airlines passenger is arrested for not getting off his cell phone while he was on the flight. The plane actually arrives in Dallas, and the cops are there waiting for him. And
Oh my God. Is that a singular phone?
be defiant with this because they actually can interfere with navigation systems, and I think
It
we're
goes
gonna see more
Conan,
of
then
this.
Carson, then Letterman, then Leno. The rest don't count.
You guys would know before I would. What channel is it that they're...
I like Conan as a writer. I don't like Conan as a late night
With
host.
their name popping up all through it, they're always bouncing drunks constantly. And this guy's going to get in there, which these days anything's a terrorist act in a plane. You know, if you blow your nose and somebody gets mad, you know, security's all waiting for you when you land. And is that a place to be making a 900 call anyway?
7 states and 16 phone systems.
You know, it's off.
Johnny Carson's still the king of late night. Carson was the king of late night.
All right, before we go, we got to talk about the Rays again. They seem to keep playing. This is as well as they've ever played deep into the season, right? If we're not
Okay, now they're talking about sports.
I wonder if maybe,
Ferguson, Letterman, Carson. Man,
I mean, for the fans, seriously,
I probably put Letterman first, Arlen.
Not going to fly here because this team is, hit
But the only reason I say that
500 for the first time in team history
is because of nostalgia. I liked Letterman. I watched him a lot.
Then I think this Barry's got a problem.
Did you see the attendance on Sunday?
Yeah,
13,100.
Yeah,
It's a problem. And the whole thing is, if you take out of the mix fans of the Yankees and the Red Sox and whatnot, the average base is 9,000 to 14,000 every night.
I haven't watched a ton of Carson. I mean, I'm familiar with Carson, obviously.
I think to really get a
I like Carson.
It's unfortunate because he should have the buzz, and they
But I don't know that Carson's number one for me.
Quite yet.
Well, wild card maybe. We're kind of getting there.
It could happen.
I know. Now you got something coming up this weekend.
So was George Lowe like a regular on this, or was he just a guest?
Google it up. I don't know where I'm going to be. I have people who get me to these places. I don't know what I'm doing, but it'll be fabulous. This is, I think, my 8th year with the folks at JCon. And, and by the way, I'm going to save one of these for Mom. It's her birthday coming up tomorrow.
It's Mom and Dad from the Breck Show.
It's going to be jewelry, so happy birthday, Mom. There she is. Hello, Mom.
Is that his mom? Oh, look at him doing it for his mom.
Is she 35 tomorrow?
She'll be 50 again, which the years have been immensely hard on me, for those of you watching. Already drawn that conclusion, haven't they?
George, thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Fellas, always a pleasure.
All you know is he doesn't care about anything. He's just funny wherever, whenever she wants. He wants. I love it.
Who bumps into his wife, and the Weekend at Bernie's scene in real life. In living color tonight is George Lowe, Canadian voiceover specialist.
There he is. He's back.
Hi, kids. How are you?
Good to see you.
Mark, always lovely to see you. Paul,
Happy New Year to you.
How are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. We're all here again.
How's life? What you been up to?
Oh, man, well, I just got back from the Consumer Electronics Show. They got the new TVs that are like as thin as a credit card, and you got your iPods and iPhones and all this stuff.
Game Club Central, welcome in.
I want you guys to tell me, was 1,500 too much for
I
this
hear there's a crazy crew incoming.
I just thought this was the bomb. They were selling the damn things like crazy. Look at them go. $1,500. $1,500. Was it too much? And you don't need a charger?
It's a one of a kind.
I'll just put that right here. You can play with that later.
Lightning rounds, rocket sock, and robots.
That's right.
That's a right.
That's incredible.
How big is that pocket? The graphics are on. Oh, it's just plain good.
What about the?
Yeah, lock up your fine china. It's getting ready to get crazy.
A motorcyclist is caught going 50 miles per hour over the speed
He's on a
limit.
Fox News show with a plastic 60s toy. He's incredible. I love this guy.
Licensed 14 years, and they'd also be arrested.
Oh my gosh.
You travel the bridge.
Well, sure. 40.
I didn't see it coming.
Problem, but 50. Let the word go forth. We're not letting you punks kid around.
Welcome in, Raiders.
My God, if you're 50 over in the school zone, it's all over for you.
You figure the bridge where most of it happens, you got 50.
Give everyone a second to join us.
65 in Howard Franklin. You're talking they'd have to be doing 110 miles an hour.
Or in Lakeland, about 140 on many of the
That's stop somebody. Really,
Once everyone gets in here, we'll welcome everyone in properly.
Cameras at every red light. You know, I mean, start taking people's pictures. Not at every red light. I mean, like at every red light.
Are you going to be able to see the
A camera at every red light? Never going to happen.
Or if you're really quick like my mom, just throw the front door open and watch them fly.
Yeah.
You used to ride. A thought on that?
110 is just. The thing is, you go over that. I mean, if you were to sit on the side of the Howard Franklin Bridge, I mean, it literally is.
These guys are all real stuffy compared to George Lowe. They're trying. They're trying to keep up, but they can't.
Forgery. You know, thoughts and prayers go out to the dead man's family, of course. But the problem is they were trying to cash their dead friend's Social Security check while he was right there sitting.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers, right, guys?
The twist lately today is apparently the sister works there. No connection there. But can you imagine the scene? Thank God there was an undercover police officer.
A dead guy.
Wheeling the dead guy in right across the street from his apartment.
Topeo-matic, I think, was the name of the place. See, this wouldn't have happened today, Scott. You bring your ID, you got your check stub, and
Ping Gizmo, welcome in.
The commercial about whether you're dead or not. So as far as I know,
Here, we'll go ahead and pause here for a moment. Welcome our Raiders in.
He got arrested.
He's right. No, but I mean,
both of them did.
The dead guy is in.
Like Weekend at Bernie's, they wheeled him
Did someone say? I think.
Well,
he's dead?
they actually needed him to sign the check because apparently they didn't think of getting him to sign the check.
So he's sort of slumped over, sleeping
and they think,
in the
gee,
chair.
something looks weird.
Because in some places you can actually do a thumbprint. So that would.
Yeah, I didn't know that George Lowe did like serious stuff like the news.
We got a lot of people that look like that cashing checks every 2 weeks, right here.
Well, what about this?
Most of them on the payroll in this place.
The Polish guy, a bit surprised when he goes into the brothel and finds his wife working.
Now, you would think we made these up since George is here, but trust me, these are real-life stories.
Could you imagine going to a brothel and your wife being the company for the evening? I'd ask for a refund.
She wasn't the receptionist?
No.
Well, maybe she was.
And it was in Poland?
It was in Poland.
Well, I mean, you guys at home write your own.
I mean, it's like, I got a husband who looks like you.
I mean, you know, the thing is, at least she's making cash. He's in there spending cash.
That's true.
Who's
Yeah. I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
Around and around.
Chip with the positive outlook.
This guy's face just looks like it's permanently scrunched up.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Have fun with that.
This to relieve a little stress.
Isn't that nice?
George Lowe, thanks for coming by. We appreciate
Thank you as
it. Best
always,
of luck
my
to
friend.
you.
Good to see you, boys.
Diet Chips next.
Okay, we got one more news article or
I am
show
Space Ghost
program.
Citizen Bruce.
And what planet are you from?
I come from the Ghost Planet, a.k.a. Cartoon Network.
And what special powers do you have, if any?
I can become invisible. I can fly.
Here, hang on. So this is Space Ghost on C-SPAN. How he got on C-SPAN, I don't know. Now, earlier we were watching him at the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie film for theaters premiere. And he was saying that he popped the eyeballs out of the suit and it made the management mad. So now we've gone back in time and he has the eyeballs in the suit. And tell her I'm her husband's twin brother. That's a good cover. Like I said, George Lowe never did one of those podcasts. George Lowe did the Adult Swim podcast for a long time, didn't he? Pretty sure.
You are, sir?
I am Space Ghost Citizen Bruce.
And what planet are you from?
I come from the Ghost Planet, a.k.a. Cartoon Network.
And what special powers do you have, if any?
I can become invisible. I can fly. And I bake one heck of an apple brown Betty.
Oh.
And Space Ghost.
We're enjoying a laugh now.
Yes,
aren't
we
Bruce?
are. How do you serve humanity?
How do I serve humanity? Well, I usually prefer to serve humanity steaming hot, right out of the kitchen.
I knew it.
Because it's no
I knew
good
it.
it's cold.
Would you regard
Cannibalism
yourself
joke.
as a superhero?
I get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Think of me as Walter Mondale with super strength.
How do you compare?
My webcam is from the future. How does it have an MP4 in the 90s? He's in an MPEG downgrade. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, there it goes. Now we've got the good webcams. Now see now. So that other webcam's crap. It has too many pixels, too many frames. You can't see and appreciate them all. This webcam, you can see every pixel, and the frames you can appreciate all the frames. Oh, the window title. Yeah, I probably should. You're right. MP4 probably doesn't fit. I never even thought about that. Gosh, we've been doing this 3 years now. No one brought this up. Pin Gizmo. Thank you.
Yourself to your colleagues in the business, such as, for example, Superman or Batman?
Well, you know, Superman got that groin pull.
I blame Chunky Code Monkey for not spotting that
Very
sooner.
painful. Spider-Man, you just don't want to shake hands with him because every time you go to, a warm greeting, you get that handful of that glop, that he sticks to things with. So that's unpleasant.
It's your fault, Chunky. Pretty sure.
Who else?
Do you have there are many. Do you have a secret identity?
My secret identity, yes. My real I will share this with you, Citizen Bruce. Nobody else is listening?
Correct.
My real identity is Tad Ghostal. That's my secret
No.
identity. Tad Ghostal, but don't tell anyone.
And what does Tad do for a living?
Well, Tad used to work at the Gap. He works at the Gap, but on weekends he fights crime.
Well, Space Ghost, we don't want to keep you from your mission.
It's definitely Lore, your old dad.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, his name was Tad, and he worked at the Gap.
Thank you for having me. Citizen Bruce.
Mr. J. Crane, welcome in.
Citizen Cameraman doing a
That
fine
Marty's
job.
good people.
All righty.
I love that. So Arlem sent that to us, and I didn't know that existed. That was wonderful. Okay, I believe that this is the last news piece we have on George Lowe. It unlocked part of your brain you didn't know existed, right? You thought Gary Owens was voiced by Gary Owens.
George Lowe seems like the average Joe when he takes Esco for a walk.
No, he's the
down
average
street in
George.
Lakeland, until he opens his mouth.
You just very innocently say something like, how come you don't have any more Orange Crush? And the kid's like, do you do voiceover? And I'm like, oh, crap.
Found out he's the voice of
Space Ghost.
the dad on Brack.
Why do I keep reading about people?
I would love to do voiceover for cartoons.
And the unicorn on Robot Chicken.
Come with me. Let's have fun adventures together.
Along with his seemingly never-ending collection of voices, he collects something else. George's house is like...
There's his folk art again.
kind of like a museum on acid.
Wait, that's in his house? Holy crap, look at all
Like a
this.
museum on acid. There are paintings, carvings, and just cool stuff everywhere you look.
It's a real sickness. I ought to be in a program.
Whatever you want to call it, it all started young.
I understand, George.
Caught me at graduation and said, you want a car? And I said, no, I want a Picasso. The bank. It was a print, too. We had to get a loan for the print.
From just one, his collection now tops 700 pieces. They
He really got a Picasso instead of a car? Could you imagine being, 16 and being like, no, I don't want a car. Give me that Picasso print. Yeah, this is wonderful, Jay Crane. I mean, I hate the fact that we lost George Lowe, but yeah, this is wonderful, wonderful content.
A square inch of wall space. George is also a known artist himself.
They're about a year start to finish. I use water.
I always thought Active Desktop was crap. Craig found a use for it.
Colored pencil on brown, just crappy paper.
The humble paper didn't stop one of his works from selling at an art auction in New York recently.
Wonder if it's related to Willard Scott. Maybe. I'm not sure. It does kind of look like him.
Tonight on Big 13.
You can catch his work in a number of museums, and of course...
Now, it's time for the lightning round.
The lightning round.
Yeah, you sound good, too.
On a channel near you.
Man, do I sound angry.
In Polk County, Ken Suarez, Fox 13 News.
Man.
Hello, Fright fans. Dr.
Okay, so now this is Dr. Paul Bearer, who I didn't know who he was, but I believe that he's a horror host. And you guys know that I enjoy a good horror host. He's only about 5'8", too. I didn't realize that.
Hello, Fright fans. Dr. Paul Barry here.
And I'm his evil twin, George Lowe, the voice of TV's beloved Space Ghost.
There he is.
And I just want to wish George here a happy
He
Halloween.
did voice Willard Scott in MTV Celebrity Deathmatch. Interesting.
October 8th. What's the matter with you?
Halloween's gonna be here before you know it. But Halloween, yes. Halloween.
In the costume, he's much taller.
You know, this
It stretches him out, right?
Kids don't control the sugar. You gotta watch how much sugar you let the youngins have. That's the important thing to remember.
Halloween.
No more sugar. Get no more sugar for you. He ate about 700 pads before we did this.
See, and he was just having a good time. He was just living his best life. All right, now we're back to Space Ghost content. Yeah, no more boring news. Okay, what's this?
On lens crafters now. It's all those horizontal looking things. Have you seen them?
Yeah, so what?
Every pair looks the same. They have the creepy gray-haired man followed by the kind of sexy gray-haired woman. But the creepy gray-haired man, I don't know. Something not right there.
Happy all of you guys on April 1st Fool's Day. What about that, huh? You didn't expect that.
I really didn't. I really didn't.
That's for second time. We see what happened next year, right?
What happens next, Moltar? What do we do, a song? How about this?
Yeah, it's Tommy. It's Tommy. Oh my gosh. If you love local horror hosts, there's a show called The Mummy and the Monkey on YouTube. I don't know. Am I familiar with the monkey? Do I know the monkey? The Mummy. I'm gonna look them up real quick. I do love. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I know these people. Yeah, I know these people. I'm not super familiar, but I've seen them before. I haven't watched any of their stuff though, if I'm being honest. Anyway, Space Ghost, how's your sex life? I did not do it. I did not.
Watching the room. The adults. Adult what?
So Ping Gizmo, whenever I first started this stream, I had a vision that I would actually have one of those TVs. And I wanted to be like Space Ghost. And then I never did anything about it. It was just an idea that I had.
Hey, Tommy, you want Moltar to explode your head?
Well,
He's my Lava Man director.
oh, he's your director.
Director.
Directler.
You're there.
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay.
They want me to look this way, so I cannot look this way. So.
Okay.
Oh, are you a filmmaker as well?
I got a lever.
Okay, good. You can use it whatever you want.
Last week you're on a coast to coast type program and you're on that tiny screen. I love that, your old dad. I love that.
Oh, yeah, cool.
There's also a wide selection of buttons here. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, he burnt Tommy up. Elmac, what are you doing here tonight?
The room.
The police are on their way? No. I mean, someone's got to tell them first, 90s Nick. It's not going to be you.
You never say a room, you say the room.
Yeah, not a room, the room.
Wait a minute, Tommy, hold on. Yep. No, the problem I've got right now is a big
Oh, 90s Nick, thanks for the bits. I appreciate it.
Who's Anthony?
Move on.
How you doing tonight, Super Duper?
The room.
I was in a room once.
Okay, anyways, back to Space Ghost and Tommy from the creator of The Room. We're going back up a little bit. Oh, good Lord. Well, gosh. Close your eyes, children. Close your eyes. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to put butts on the screen like that. Hang on. It'll go away soon enough. I promise. No, everyone, stop. Stop. Look away.
Are we rolling?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with creator of The Room, Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
Elmac, stop drooling.
Creator of The Room.
Let's give me a cue, please.
Settle. Roll tape. And
that was Gramps in his younger years. I get it.
All
yeah, embrace imperfection. Use Win95 NT. Yeah, NT. There you go.
To our everyday existence, particularly around the Statue of Liberty and the Grand Canyon.
I love Tina.
Let me tell you what I did today. I bought a new car and took my mom for a ride.
So these are
that new car right through a wall.
So apparently Space Ghost did an episode where he where he interviewed Tommy from The Room, and these are the outtakes from that episode. And I just find this hilarious. I have always wondered though, and I was going to ask George this whenever I met him, because we have a mutual friend, and the next time he was in town, I was supposed to meet him. Obviously that's not going to happen now, but I was going to ask him how they actually did the interviews. Did he dress up like as Space Ghost, and were they in the same room together, or was there some other format? Like what did this look like to Tommy being interviewed by Space Ghost?
The Grand Canyon, which I've been to on a donkey. Let me tell you what I did today. I bought a new car and took my mom for a ride. I drove that new car right through a wall.
Oh.
Happy Fool's Day.
Tommy.
Hey, how you doing?
Tommy, tell me.
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
Tell me, are the
tell me.
The what?
You assume he's in another room? Yeah, but was obviously we probably didn't have the technology to where like Tommy was seeing a real-time animation. Was he just hearing it? Was there someone there doing an interview? What was his visual like, I guess, is what was in my head.
Oh, you're not even close.
Clarence Thomas?
It's not, you're very cold, actually.
Thomas Clarence.
Justin Bieber.
Bob Denver.
I think he was being interviewed by George. So just like George or George S. Space Ghost?
Ask the question.
Hold
you
on a minute, Tommy.
started.
Hold on.
In the get up, probably. See, that's what I want. That's what I want to believe, is that he was just sitting there in the get up, right?
Just like last year.
Stuff. Normally it's not this. Normally it's gray area, like copyright stuff. This is a little bit of a stretch. Your favorite Space Ghost is the Weird Al episode. That's a good one. That's a really good one. The Conan one's really good. Carrot Top. I liked Carrot Top on Space Ghost. Beck was on Space Ghost. Beavis and Butthead, I think, were on Space Ghost.
Thank you for watching The Room.
Oh, the Ant episode was really good.
Have a fun. You can do whatever you want. No rules, no restriction, no traffic ticket. You decide what you want.
No rules. Did you know that Tommy Wiseau has his own Twitch channel? I believe it plays The Room 24/7. You remember the American Gladiators and Al Roker too? I remember. No, not Al Roker. I was going to say I don't know if I remember the American Gladiators. Oh, the sandwich episode's really good. Oh, you also like the episode where Space Ghost interviews that one guy. I know that one, 90s Nick. That's a very good one. Mac McQuinn or whatever. So Tommy's channel shows a few things. Does it? I follow it, but I never watch it. Also, the Macho Man as Space Ghost Dad. Oh, that was a good one. It gets shut down here and there. Why? Why would that get shut down? Well, you can't shut down a national treasure like Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, before I forget. You can laugh, you can cry, you can express yourself, but please don't hurt each other.
He's just a good, wholesome fella.
Nah, don't worry about it. That's I can go to much more brutal way, so I didn't want to be too brutal with you.
What was it? I was watching like an interview with Tommy.
Okay.
And they were like asking him where he was from. Because, you know, like he's got an interesting accent. And he's like, I'm from Louisiana. And I'm like, okay, I buy that. Oh, The Disaster Artist is really good. I read the book Optimus, and after I read the book, and then I watched the movie. Surprisingly similar.
Too wrong. So I talk to you later, okay? If you guys need something else, let me know.
Yeah, sounds good, Tommy.
What's so about the neighbors? I'm serious. Come on, you have all these dedicated people here.
I love it.
That, in fact, is the misanthrope scheme. Build gadgets from blueprints, halt the holiday theme.
Okay, so this is an uncredited George Lowe appearance, but he did the voice of the narrator in the PlayStation/Dreamcast Grinch video game. The audiobook is read by Greg Sestero. He does his Tommy impression. I haven't listened to the audiobook, but I like audiobooks. I bet that is a really entertaining one to listen to. You had a demo disc with this game on it? Well, now you're going to listen to all the George Lowe parts.
But will this debacle make
spoiler alert.
Quit? Of course not. He growls and pledges. The Grinch likes to break things with his robust behind. He'll flatten and smush to get out of a bind.
Sounds like my wife.
Is one that he completely
Don't tell her I said that.
He'll pancake anything to attain all his goals. Max the Brown.
Everyone enjoys this game, Optimus.
Right-hand mate. He obeys Grinchy orders, does not question his fate. This pup boldly ventures where the green one cannot. He approaches who strangers, explores a small spot. An anti-who tool for which no blueprint.
I wonder how long it took him to record this.
Smelly Grinch breath, which
Even online Eric, yeah, he loved it. Optimus Power. That's how I'm familiar with this.
And can be used anytime. It's always allowed. This fog reveals things the naked eye can't see. Also, it's rank.
Maybe we'll play it someday. Maybe we'll play it someday.
So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud. True.
What the heck is this?
Yo, what's that? Yo, pick up the phone. Hello? What's that?
This was them having fun.
Yo, Duke.
I love this.
Yo. What's that?
Could you imagine working for Adult Swim in the 90s? Right, 90s, Nick?
Watching the game, having a bud. True.
Yeah, whenever we started the stream, I said, it's like, this defined an era for me. Like, staying up, turning the TV down, and staying up way too late on a school night, watching stuff like this. Yeah, it was the golden age of Adult Swim, exactly.
Send voiceover artist George Lowe. Yes! George Lowe will force him from the tower.
What's up, Frimlam? Who are you? Captain Beefy, Jorm Loam. Hail Jibanla forever.
Yes, Jorm Loam.
And all you do for television, Frylock. You know, our children are learning from you. So you look tasty and heavily salted.
Used to rush home after the Friday night football games to watch this in time.
Can I stop you for a second? Okay.
Yeah, Friday nights were a big deal for Adult
The
Swim.
home office in Grand Rapids sent me down to get you off the tower. It's affecting the morning show.
Chunky, let me ask you something. Since you rushed home on Friday nights to watch this, do you remember Toonheads? Because I remember, that's what I specifically remember about Friday nights is rushing home after the football games and staying up late watching Friday night cartoons and ending the night like falling asleep watching Toonheads. Would record the episodes on VHS and watch them over and over. I used to do that with like Simpsons.
You being here, the morning guys can't do their thing. The Nutty Bunch, Larry and Eric.
So, wait a minute.
Can you get me a regular gig?
What?
It's a joke, for God's sake.
Okay, let's start this again, okay? Who are you?
George Lowe. I've been hired by aliens to tell
George
you
Lowe,
to get
got
out
it.
of the tower. I am the voice master.
Remember seeing the commercials for Toonheads, but you never ever really watched it. Man, I watched it every chance I got.
You just stay right where you are.
But it was on super late.
40 large to do this pig.
Wow, $40, huh?
It's all in their currency.
Yeah, I understand, Chunky.
Very strong in the States right now.
Yeah, it was usually me and my dad watching it, so like I wasn't flipping over to that channel.
Crank the generator back up another week or two.
George.
The Yorlock. Isn't that new bag that seals in freshness, the Yorlock?
George.
Well, adult art films.
Mason Adams here. Yorlock. It keeps your food
NASA TV. Yeah, there you go.
A product of Ching Dowdy Dodo Industries.
George! Why you?
I was available. They couldn't afford LaFontaine. Yeah, Mr. $30,000 a minute.
Oh, wait.
Mr. Big Shot.
I like that. Because I was available.
Rule the universe.
Is that smoke?
You're telling me that ain't the same?
Seriously.
That's the same.
George, I smell some folk art burning.
Folk art? Where? Hey, wait a minute. Take my demo.
Oh.
Better yet, go to the website. New York.
Okay, I have seen this clip before, but the folk art thing never made any sense to me. And now it does because he was a big collector of folk art. What do we have now? What's this?
But I think you need to do the whistle and you need to read that so people know what that is because they don't know what that sound is.
Okay. You're on where? Now where are we? Middle, top, bottom?
You didn't have traditional cable. You had one of those big satellite dishes that moved, so you could always stay up and just check out random channels and satellites. We didn't have one of those. We had the one to where you had the card with the football players on it, and you took it to the guy that lived in the camper out in the middle of nowhere. And I don't know what he did to it, but you take it back home and you had all the channels all of a sudden. You were that guy, Llama? Welcome in, Llama. How you doing
My
tonight?
neighbor doesn't. He showed up at my door with a sickle and said, "Can you come out here a second?" So, you've heard of me, right? Space Ghost?
Space Man.
Space Ghost.
Spaceman.
Kind of frightening. Like
Yeah, Satellite Chris. That's right.
Nipples on the slow motion thing going ding, 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 ding. We'll have to see.
But before you had one that has to take a few minutes to rotate to watch another channel. I love I'm a nerd about communication. Like I find it really interesting being able to send, you know, bits from here to here without anything in between. That just fascinates me. But I watch a YouTube channel called Save It for Parts, and this guy does so much cool stuff with satellites. I love it. It's very magical. It really gets my brain moving whenever I see people doing stuff with satellites.
Page 8. Thanks for that.
You've never accused me of anything sick before.
Try and turn more.
Could you imagine going to work and like, this is like a normal day at work. You're sitting at the table, you're eating a piece of cake, you're not wearing a shirt, and this is just normal. This is just fine. No one's looking at you funny because it's just a normal day at the office. God, I would love this office.
I dreamt I grew a beard of hamburger last night, shaved it off and ate it.
You go into the bathroom, do a couple lines of Coke.
And so you can have a front row seat. I think that's a big thing, you know.
This is basically going to be a show about me getting my ass kicked in the rehearsals. That's basically the whole program.
Yeah. I think what I do is first.
Until we write more Zorak lines.
Now let me get the crew back and
which we're gonna
then
do
I
after
kick
this.
back that
This
day, monkey
is a
boy.
good point because this is all. Go ahead, Jay.
You're interrupting. I mean, Conan goes, I think what I do at first is I hold my arms out like this and you just step in. So you can have a front row seat to be right there, to be watching them as you see them being ripped off at the
This is from the table read episode.
You fool.
I don't see Brack though.
It's just
Dr. Fishopolis, you need a shave.
Predecessor to Fire Ant. He's going to follow that Fire Ant home.
A shave. Ah!
Back to set.
A shave. A shave.
No! Dr. Fishopolis!
Face it, Space Ghost. You're a spaceman that choked on a muffin.
Oh, wait, you're a space cop. He's different.
So good. So good. Sorry, it's very loud.
Some things you don't do for money. I think volunteer work is one of them.
I love that.
A dear good friend of mine and also my on-screen doppelganger. Let's give it up for the one and only George Lowe. Come on up, George.
I want this TV.
Daddy has lost it. We're discussing table wine from Parmesan. Zelda Rubinstein. Oh, children are welcome in.
Well, I'm in the way, clearly, but
Come in. Jeff Bezos wakes up laughing with a boner. Good. You have no idea what I'm up against in here. You people don't know. He was getting senile. This is probably the end for me, truthfully.
this is what you saw your old dad? Was it good? Well, clearly it was good. Maybe not here.
Old woman. No, I can't. It would be wrong. Kill her. Drive over.
I tried to find like the uncut version of this, but I couldn't find it.
How somebody could do that and, just piss your whole existence away, I don't know. That's all I got.
So now
We know fjord in Norway where Sven Dunderson harvests the freshest Icelandic cod. Tainer, spit that chewing tobacco out. Yes, McGordon.
They're just hitting the convention circuit and doing these, taking pics and selling 8x10s. I enjoyed the panels and things in conventions. This is one of the ones I would have gone to watch. Someone's done a really weird edit of this, though. Not really into that.
The coffee selection Ted gives us here. Hmm? Oh, look. Sponge cake.
Oh, it's sponge cake.
Bob's carburetor page. Well, let's just see
The
about
Space
that.
Ghost behind the desk was in full traditional gear. That's awesome.
Here, Chester. No. Cornflake world.
I get it, Dad. It's hard to type sometimes, especially after, you've had a few wobble pops.
Space Ghost Online.
Ask not what your country can do for... what your country can do for...
A drunken sailor.
The only thing we have to fear... boy, the only thing...
We got just a couple more, and then we're going to wrap things up.
Chiggers and mites.
Yeah, chiggers and mites.
Read my...
Book. It appears to write while you take a look.
I'd vote for Space Ghost. Would you all vote for Space Ghost? I would.
Fourscore. And 2 were left on base. That'll bring the inning to a close.
The buck stops. The buck stops.
The buck stops. Buck.
The buck stops itching fast.
About to fall asleep watching Space Ghost episodes? I know, Chunky. I know. I even debated if I wanted to do this. Because, I've said it before. Celebrity deaths aren't something that ever, really get to me. But there's maybe 3. There's maybe 3 that I've just, they've made me sad. And this is one of them. And this is one that, this one hit a little bit hard because this was kind of a big part of my coming of age story. And I don't know. Like I said, I debated if I even wanted to have this episode tonight, but I decided yes, I do. And I'm glad we did.
What right anyone has to my private life. Has What's Behind the Curtain become the better show?
What in the depths of your ignorance do you want now?
Here's your latte.
Without makeup, is it really a funnier clown? I can't say that word. Can't you write something with some silent vowels? Some people like thinking there are quarters hidden behind their ears. That's who I'm doing the show for.
All right, we got just a couple more. We're going to go and raid someone. Still miss Kevin Conroy Sedge. Take old biddies. Welcome in. Hey, no problem, Chunky. Thank you for being here for it. I enjoyed finding forgotten George Lowe content. I don't even know what I'm watching right now. Yeah, well, what is this? I appreciated it, the Space Ghost as well, Jake Crane. Thank you for being here for it. One of your first experience with Space Ghost was his interview with Carrot Top. Oh gosh, I loved Space Ghost with Carrot Top. That was very, very good. Yeah, that was like 97, right? It may have been even earlier than that. What are we watching? What is this? I should know. I'm the one that gathered all this up. Oh, you wouldn't know. You're too young to stay up late. I understand. Yeah, we started the stream with a bit of a eulogy, if you will. And part of that was, about us staying up way past our bedtimes to enjoy this stuff. Oh, this is oil art. Yeah, this is oil folk art, right? Yeah, because Space Ghost was all about that folk art. This is an Easter egg from the DVD box set. I never had it, so I don't know how you would trigger this Easter egg. I really enjoyed watching Space Ghost interview people at the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie film for theaters premiere. That was really good. That was probably like the highlight of my night. Me too, Llama. Me too. I remember like me and my dad, we watched a lot of like TV and stuff, but I remember Space Ghost being like one of those things that we really bonded over. You can identify with Zorak. Do you blink really loud, Llama? Because I joke around because I can hear my wife blink, and I said, "You sound like Zorak."
That dog?
Yeah.
That dog was great.
He was good.
How do you suppose they got...
You have giant anime eyes. Well, there you go.
I'm Space Ghost. We just saw
You and your dad bonded over Space Ghost too. I get it, Super Duper. I get it.
I have a new talk show on the
I mean, it's kind of funny that you said boned, but I know what you mean.
It airs Friday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Central. All righty. We have some interviews with the stars of The Mask. Look, here comes Jim now.
His mask
Oh, it's
is
the mask.
better than yours.
Shut your yak, you stupid cricket. Hello, Jim.
I know what you meant, Super Duper. I know what you meant.
No. Good. I just called Zorak a cricket, but he's really a mantis.
Oh, really? He's really a mantis. Excellent.
No, it was a fun one, Super Duper. Yeah, everyone go follow Super Duper Nintendo for more content.
I used to love mantises. I used to love to get a mantis and a grasshopper, put them in a jar, and shake them up.
A grass mantis shake? Now, if only we
You remember this? I don't remember this one, Chunky.
Grasshoppers.
Shut up.
Cool. All right.
Hey, Jim, can you impersonate me? Childish.
Yeah. For more boning, it happens.
Really?
Yes, but
yeah, boning over Space Ghost. I get
very
it.
delicate instrument.
It doesn't just go off every once in a while and swat somebody.
No.
I mean, it happens.
I meant to do
Poor
that.
Zorak.
Oh man.
He'll live. He always does. So, do you love my mask as well, Citizen Mask?
Space Ghost Mask is excellent, but where are the ears?
Yeah, every single episode.
I read lips.
Excellent.
What? What?
Cool. All right.
I hear, get it, hear, that you can make your heart beat out of your chest. Do it.
That's just really a side effect from the drugs.
Drugs are
I
bad.
understand.
Cool. All right.
I've never taken drugs.
Quit bragging.
Sorry.
All right.
Do you have any words of wisdom to tell the universe?
To the universe?
No, to the universe.
Yeah. No.
Bye then.
Cool. All right.
Whatever. I'm really sorry.
Poor Zorak.
I didn't mean to.
Sure, Space Ghost.
It just went off, really.
Sure it did.
Did he have a sidekick or something?
What, you mean those teens? They're history.
That's cool.
My next guest is Charles Russell. He directed The Mask. Citizen Charles, welcome to
There
the
he
show.
is. The director.
That dog was amazing.
I treated that dog just like my actors.
I could be an actor. I've got the look.
Well, the yellow cape is good. I like yellow a lot.
Me too.
We have a nice banana yellow zoot suit and mask.
Bananas are a good source of potassium.
That's true.
So very, very true.
I ate a lot of
What
bananas.
about the rest of my suit?
It's strong, it's powerful, but I think it's time for Space Ghost to break out.
I like the way you think, Chuck.
I think I might want to do something with the wardrobe. I think I'd want to do something maybe with a little more color.
You want to paint me up all green like the masked guy?
The truth, though, is that Jim Carrey actually is green.
Zorak is green.
Oh, I didn't know Jim Carrey was green.
I think having an evil band leader is always a plus because it gives you that special edge to the music.
Yeah, whatever. We're not here to talk about music, Chuck. We're here to talk about me and my new talk show on the Cartoon Network, which airs Friday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, of course he's green. With Envia Zorak.
That was nothing.
I remember the episode where Zorak met Lady Zorak, and then they broke up because, you know, like they were just going to mate and she was going to eat him.
I was typecast. Don't you get that? I kept getting superhero parts, saving galaxies. I wanted more heroic roles, like Lassie.
I've always been bored with Lassie, who...
Bored with Lassie? Lassie's king!
I enjoyed the Brack show. I didn't see all of them, Llama, but Andy Merrill, the voice of Brack, is actually, he lives not too far from me.
Universe, but we're out of time for you because now I must plug my show, Space Ghost.
There's an episode where he brought his, yeah, I think it was his nephew.
Friday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Pacific, Greenwich Mean Time, let's see. 6 hours there to in Taiwan, let's see.
Well,
11:45 in London.
I hope everyone had a good evening. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Somebody tell me, are we on in Guam?
Yeah, the intro graphics, the outro graphics, it was all so good. It was all so good. I loved me some Space Ghost. George Lowe, you'll be missed. You'll be missed. But I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. This was a good time. I mean, you know, sad circumstances, but good time nonetheless. Ghost Flipper, welcome. Yeah, you must come in with smog. Brax Bellator, welcome. Yeah, you got here just a minute too late. We're getting ready to raid out. Everyone, if you're not following, hit that follow button. I'd appreciate it. We've also got the Discord. We're going to be watching The Last Drive-In tomorrow night. Pretty excited about that. Joe Bob's going to be playing a movie that turns 100 years old. I think literally today. Yeah, RIP George Lowe / Space Ghost. But I appreciate everyone hanging around. Next time, we're going to be getting deeper into the Swift Nature Camp and all of the dark stories that go along with it. For those of you that aren't familiar, we watched a commercial for a 90s summer camp, and I've been digging up some dirt on them. I've got the dirt, but tonight we're going to go check out Tandagasa, who is playing some Amiga games. But I'll see everyone back here on Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. But in the meantime, let's go and check out Tanda. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you all next time. Later, y'all.